Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. And as Uncle Ben always said, with great power comes great comic book burritos. My name's Darian.
My name's Landon.
And today we have a plethora of good stuff for you. We have Marvel, we have DC, we got games, you name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, how you been doing?
Doing pretty good. Started listening to Batman and the Audio Adventures.
Oh, I did too. I haven't got past the first episode yet, but it's good so far.
I know it's great. What part are you on?
I'm like 10 minutes into the first episode, but I did start watching.
Okay.
Or listening.
I haven't gotten too far into it.
It sounded good from what I
am on episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is one. Sorry, I'm reading through the description right now, making sure.
Oh, by the way, it has been a while since we've talked to you guys because we did not have an episode last week of the Comic Book Burrito.
Yeah, not much news.
No, only news was DC fandom.
We did most of it on Extra Beef.
Yeah.
But good stuff has been coming out this week, and we're here to talk about it.
Yeah, a little bit overwhelming. But first, we're going to start with something a little fun. We're kind of skipping past what I've done this week because I haven't really done much. But we're going to start off with something a little fun that's going to fill in the gap until Hawkeye comes out. Actually, may fill in the gap until Eternals. Eternals may have to skip a week because of this to talk about Eternals on here. Because Extra Beef, I'm caught up in something else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, which we'll talk about later. So we're going to start a little bracket. I took 8 of the most powerful, according to random websites. I took the number 1 most powerful from one website, the number 2 most powerful from another website, and I did that for like all these. And I've come with a list of 8 heroes on Marvel and DC. They're going to pit it out, and we're going to find out who's the strongest hero in DC, who's the strongest hero in Marvel, and then those 2 people are going to fight it out and find out who the greatest superhero is out of these groups of people. The heroes we have on Marvel's side are Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Scarlet Witch, and Wolverine. And on DC's side, we have the Spectre, Martian Manhunter, Shazam, Dr. Manhattan, Superman, Dr. Fate, Batman, and Night Owl. There are a lot of doctors in the superhero business. Okay. So let's get started with round 1 with Doctor Strange versus Ant-Man. So let's think. Let's not just jump to a conclusion. Let's actually think about it. So Doctor Strange, he's got these mystical powers, right?
Yeah.
And Ant-Man's only power, he can shrink, but he's got like super strength, right? Sort of.
I believe the Pym particle does make him stronger.
Okay. So, is there a way Ant-Man could shrink?
Talking about here, though.
Well, I mean, it would be nice if it was the comic book, but I'm thinking more movie for these 2.
Okay.
So, could Ant-Man be small enough for Doctor Strange not to see?
Oh my god! I mean,
this is the whole point. We're having a conversation here. Talk about it. This is debate.
Okay. If that were the case, this is all just what if. That's all. What if? Let's say if Ant-Man came in for like a sneak attack, shrunk himself down, came in, gave him up, and gave him like an uppercut or something.
Mm-hmm.
I still believe Doctor Strange. I mean, no matter how many times Ant-Man could shrink on Doctor Strange, I don't know.
Let's see what Google has to say about it. I'm going to look up who would win in a fight. Right. Who would win between Doctor Strange and Dr. Manhattan? That'd be awesome. Doctor Strange and Ant-Man. Someone's already looked this up for some reason. Oh, here we go. This is on Quora. So, according to the good folks on this, In a fight, Doctor Strange would win 9 out of 10 times. In one corner, we have Ant-Man. Of course, I can't read the rest because I have to have an account. Okay, Ant-Man doesn't really have a chance. Doctor Strange has access to the Time Stone and is the Sorcerer Supreme. He is far even above. Okay, this thing is big annoying. Here we go. Now I can read this. In one corner, we have Ant-Man. He can punch a Leviathan, fight against Iron Man, Spider-Man, and War Machine, and go head-to-head with Ghost. In the other corner, we have Doctor Strange. He can go head-to-head with Thanos, who had 4 Infinity Stones, can take out several Outriders in 1 second, can open portals from Titan to Earth. He has many magic spells, including trapping someone in the mirror dimension. He has many magic shields that can change size, and he can hold back a lake. In a fight, Doctor Strange would win 9 out of 10 times. If Ant-Man goes small, all Doctor Strange needs to do is just make a shield around him, which would block Ant-Man from doing anything. He can then use telekinesis to slam him into the ground or crush him with something. As Giant Man, Doctor Strange just needs to be able to put up shields quickly. He can then use the Crimson Blades of Sidorak, like he did on Thanos, and trip him over. When he wants to end the fight, he can just summon a giant portal like he did on Thanos and trap Ant-Man in the mirror dimension. The only way I see Ant-Man winning is if he can crush Doctor Strange with his foot. But I don't even think that Doctor Strange would let it get to that point. So...
I mean, this was super obvious from the start, and I'm a big Ant-Man fan. Mm-hmm. But Doctor Strange would destroy Scott or Hank. You know what I'm saying?
But if we can take pre-Crash Stephen Strange against pre-suit Scott Lang, Scott would win.
Oh, just like Scott up against regular regular Strange.
The regular Dr. Stephen Strange.
Yes.
Scott would
win. I would say probably Scott Lang would win.
But that is the only time where Ant-Man would beat Doctor Strange.
Or, I mean, if you want to call bull or anything, just say Doctor Strange can't kill, Ant-Man because of the Doctor's rule or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So we're just going to say that Doctor Strange won?
Yes, Doctor Strange wins.
All right. See, I did think about putting something on the Facebook page for people to vote, or Facebook and Instagram for people to vote. So should we do that and not just put it down here?
Yeah, let's let people vote.
Here, so I'm gonna put Doctor Strange. I'm down at the bottom. I put Doctor Strange versus Ant-Man, and then for this we have 2 votes? Me and you for. You want to count both of our votes as just one vote?
If it's the same person, then
we're on the same podcast. We are the ones running the page. I would just say 1 vote for the comic book burrito.
Yeah, okay.
So 1 vote for Doctor Strange. We'll see what you all think on the social medias. Now we'll move on to fight number 2 of Marvel: Captain America versus Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, prove us wrong. I mean, if you truly win, prove us wrong. I would love to see it. Want to see it.
Mm-hmm. Captain America versus Spider-Man.
Okay, this is a better comparison here.
Yes. 2 very strong individuals, equally as strong, you could argue.
I'm gonna argue this. I'm gonna hate. No,
don't be partial to that scene in the Civil War.
I'm not gonna be biased. And you said we're doing movies, right?
Well, for that one we did so, but there's not really like.
It sounds unfair though, because when the movies this guy would win, but in comics, here's the thing.
No.
If we're doing movies, Steve Rogers would win. Captain America would win. If we're doing comics though, here's the thing. Spider-Man is stronger than Captain America. Spider-Man's way stronger than Captain America. But
wait, okay. Look. So let's say this. We did the movie characters for those 2, but there's not much difference between those movie characters and the comic characters. So we're just doing like the characters in general. We can pick comic, movie, whatever. Just like the character in general.
Yeah.
Let me look up who would win.
It's honestly a tough say because I mean, who would you say is more of a skilled fighter?
Captain America.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's had more
he's had more experience, and Captain America has himself more together than Spidey, Peter Parker. So
okay, in a perfect world, Spider-Man would beat Captain America in like everything, because I mean, if you're bringing speed to the equation, then Spider-Man's faster than Captain America probably.
Yeah, but you watch Winter Soldier and everything, and his fighting style. He's able to keep up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, like fighting skills, like Captain America's training comes into like the spotlight or whatever. If you think like he's got way more training than Spider-Man, and he's got that super soldier serum running through his veins.
Yeah.
Now, is this going to be a death battle? Do you think they're going to kill each other or like try to kill each other?
Let's just say death battle. You know what I'm saying? There's not really morals. It's just like you would, if one were to take out the other, who would be on top,
Yeah. Okay, let's think about this. Let's go to the pros and cons of Spider-Man. Okay. He's just a kid. So he's not experienced.
Is this a pro or a con?
This is a con.
Okay, let's start with cons and then we'll go to pros.
Yeah. He's a kid, so he's not that experienced.
Yeah.
And he's going up against a big league like Captain America. He would be intimidated.
Yeah.
And so there's that.
I also want to point out, he's more, well, you already hinted at this. He's less, less skillful than I would say. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, continue with your cons.
Okay, so like I said, he's kind of he's immature. Probably take the time to make a joke in that moment. Captain America would seize the opportunity. So let's see. Like I said, he's got really good fast reflexes though. Like Spider-Man can dodge bullets if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But Captain America, technically he can too with the shield. And the shield's another thing. Like Spider-Man Cap could throw the shield. Spider-Man could grab it with his webs, throw it back at him, but he'd probably catch it.
Yeah,
but he could cut his web. Do you think his webs are weak enough to be cut by Captain America's shield?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. His webs are able to hold up an entire building. But
Captain America's shield is made out of. Well, sometimes it's made out of vibranium, but sometimes it's made out of adamantium. So I don't know.
Gosh, this is a tough one. This is a very tough one. When you said this, I was like, crap. I meant to ask my dad what he thinks. He'd probably say Captain America. He's a big Captain America
People
fan.
on here are saying Spider-Man would punch a hole through Captain America.
Spider-Man,
because he's done it to both Kingpin and Scorpion. But this wouldn't put Captain America down, apparently, according to this person. Spider-Man can lift up to 10 tons, while Rogers can lift up to 1,000 pounds easily.
Yeah.
Which is more than 10.
Spider-Man's stronger.
So I think I'm feeling Spider-Man. As much as I'm impartial to Captain America, I'm feeling Spider-Man. He's also got Spidey sense, so
if here's the thing, if Spidey is constantly, what's the word? Like constantly not like Spider-Man would have to be focused, like super focused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where he can like, and this we're talking about prime, right?
Yeah. So like peak strength. I think it's even worse though.
I know peak Steve Rogers and peak. I'm gonna say peak Spider-Man is more mature and everything, and probably has his head more together of how to take on something.
Yeah.
Like with this,
I don't know.
I don't know.
You want to leave it up to the people?
Yeah, well, we'll leave it to the people, but if you just had to say like right now,
just right now,
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Okay, I hate to say it because I am a Cap fan as well, but I'm a big Spider-Man. I'm gonna have to give it to Spider-Man on this one.
All right, so I'm just gonna put a mark for Spider-Man. Well, that was not what
I really hate that because like I love Captain America and Spider-Man. So
all right, so now we're going to move on to some DC.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Spectre. A moment, I'm writing it down. Versus Martian Manhunter. All right. Okay. So the Spectre, for those of you that may not know, is the name given to several anti-heroes who appeared in DC Comics. First appeared in 1940. And he is an ex-cop who has he has the powers of nigh omnipotence, divine empowerment, he can see everything, and he can alter reality. Really, this guy would have been a better match up against Dr. Manhattan. But,
why did you? Okay.
But he was the apparently number one strongest hero in DC. So, apparently.
Okay. Okay, so he wins.
Well, real quick, let me finish this. Reality alteration, ethereal form, immortality, reality warping, energy and matter control, and manipulation. Yeah. So Hal Jordan has been, and Oliver Queen. I forgot. Yeah, Oliver Queen became the Spectre before he died in the Arrowverse on CW. Okay, but the Spectre versus Martian Manhunter. This seems like it'd probably be easy. Maybe.
Yeah, considering he's
not as easy as Doctor Strange versus Ant-Man, but still semi-easy.
I would say it's way easier. I mean,
really? I mean, Martian Manhunter's he can control people's minds.
Yeah,
Could you think he could get into Spectre's mind?
I mean, okay. I mean, is Spectre even like at the point where he could even allow someone to enter his mind?
That's true.
So, I mean, yeah, he probably, Martian Manhunter could. I mean, like, what's stopping Spectre? Right. We're like, nah, bro.
There's a website called Superhero Versus, and I've put in Spectre and Martian Manhunter.
What's the result there?
Let's see. So Martian Manhunter is a shapeshifter. He can manipulate his size. He's got astral projection in the comics. Cosmic awareness, energy-based constructs. What? Maybe I'm reading off something else because it doesn't seem like. I don't think he has some of those things. He does have. His weakness is fire.
Yeah.
And Spectre could literally just like boom, fire, and then like Martian Manhunter's like, oh no.
Yeah. So Spectre.
So Spectre. Let's see. Just let me look. No, closed. Don't need no ads. I really don't know what any of this means on this website. It's so confusing. Yeah, this website sucks. Sorry, superheroversus.com. Please don't sponsor us. Oh, this is saying the Spectre could beat the whole Justice League.
Yeah, so, that includes Martian Manhunter. So, yeah.
Yeah, Spectre. So, the Spectre wins. That's like the big thing. We're doing that. Okay, Spectre. Next. So we can speed this up a little bit. Next will be Shazam versus Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. There's not even any discussion there. It just happened to be the worst fight ever. But Dr. Manhattan.
Literally, Dr. Manhattan could Shazam could punch Dr. Manhattan and Shazam would die. You know what I'm saying?
He could look at him and just die.
I know. See, Dr. Manhattan naked would make him die. Just hanging everything fall out.
All right, that was this week's bracket. We'll do it next week, and then the week after that will be the final four, and then after that will be the I think.
Well, are we doing Eternals, bro?
What?
Well, don't we have to do Eternals instead of this one?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We'll figure it out. Okay, we need to get started with this news.
Yes.
Here we go. I went and got you guys the news. Yeah, some good news.
Not much DC news, unfortunately.
No.
So, but we have one big thing. I know you're excited to talk about Darian.
I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and a lot of it's big. Okay. Hawkeye will air its first 2 episodes on November 24th. Similar to WandaVision, which also aired its first 2 episodes. So, I mean, that's a treat, man. Like, I get not only 1 episode, but 2. I mean, hey, that's like 2 hours worth of Marvel. I'll sit there and more like 1 hour actually.
What do you think the cliffhanger is going to be? Because
I wish. I think the second episode he meets Kate. What do you think happened in the first episode? Middle of the first one.
Well, first episode. I mean, that's actually.
Maybe first we'll be seeing like what Hawkeye's been doing after Endgame, and then the second when he meets Kate, and then it goes on from. Get 6 episodes of the show. So.
Yeah, I mean, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right. I actually really think about it. I was just assuming like, he'll be there like first episode. That's it.
Yeah, it seems like too far, like too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that sounds about right. First episode's Hawkeye, him after Endgame, and at the very end, it has that news saying like, we just saw a person,
masked vigilante.
Yeah, exactly. The Ronin or whatever. So I think that almost, almost confirms. Well, not confirmed, but I'll be the end of the first episode. The second one's him trying to find it, and then he finds Kate or whatever.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. So about some Spider-Man No Way Home. So, had a lot happen recently, and a lot that may be happening in the next couple days.
Yes, a lot. Like on Monday.
Yes.
Monday.
So we've got a lot of Empire pictures in like magazine cover. One of them showed a very meme-worthy picture of Spider-Man running away from Dr. Octopus on a bridge.
Yeah, which looked like garbage, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know.
They picked a really bad shot. It was just like,
like the CGI did not look.
I mean, I saw it and I was like, but like still.
So it's all like, yes, I know. I saw it. I got like really excited, but then I was like, this is.
And I was like, then you look at Spider-Man's suit and you're like, ew. Because they changed the Iron Spider suit. It looks more like weird.
I think that's a Marvel thing. I think it's one of those Marvel. Everybody's saying this is like a Marvel thing where people are what do you call it? Oh, where they're what do you call it? It's like they fake something out with CGI, but it's different.
I don't know what it's called. Fake out.
Like you know how they did in Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah,
they showed them like running. Yeah, that like it was like not in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those where like the CGI is completely.
Oh.
Does that kind of make more sense? Yeah. And everybody thinks that's the integrated suit. Actually, is what he's wearing.
I don't know why they wouldn't show. They've already had it literally on the cover of the magazine.
Well, because we could have been seeing Tobey Maguire right now, but it's whatever. It's just they just want to wait.
On Monday, it's rumored big. Now, I wouldn't take this with a grain of salt. I would take it with a
grain of pepper,
like a tablespoon of granulated sugar. Okay,
I would make it a teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
a teaspoon of granulated sugar.
Okay, but like a teaspoon of like taco seasoning. That goes with the burrito.
Okay. That's
we could be getting a trailer on Monday along with a poster based off previous like times with Empire Magazine. Empire Magazine has put out a magazine for Endgame. A couple days later, poster and trailer. Same thing for Spider-Man Far From Home and Shang-Chi, not Black Widow, which I previously thought, but I was wrong.
Yes.
So, I mean, it could be coming. And if it does, you already know it's going to break the internet.
I think I'll probably. You think I'll do the Batman trailer?
I mean, obviously.
I mean, depending on what they show.
Yeah.
I mean,
first
one got people hyped just by seeing Alfred Molina. I think what a second trailer could do.
And now we're gonna see everybody.
We're supposed to see everybody. I mean, I still want them to hold some secrets behind. And I'm still very
on and off about if I want Toby.
I don't want to put this negativity out there, but like, what if they aren't in the movie? Sit down and think about it for a second.
Shut up.
Sit down and think about it. Sit down and think about it. How would you feel? Like, what would the thoughts be like? We got the villains, but they're not there.
It wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't like lower the score of the movie if they weren't in there.
Yeah, because it's like a WandaVision type situation.
I probably would just lower a point because I would think that would be such a missed opportunity.
I mean, we already know they're going to be in it. November 11th. Andrew Garfield is going to be on a talk show. Which one? But watch him come in and go, "I'm the werewolf," and everyone just like erupts and cheers.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly do believe. Eve, I can't believe I'm gonna have to watch James Gordon for the first time. I hate it. That's a sentence I thought I would never say.
Did you say James Gordon?
No, I said
talking about that's the wrong. That's Jim Gordon.
Hold on, which Gordon is
James Corden?
Oh, it's Corden,
not Gordon. Okay. James Gordon is Commissioner Gordon.
Oh yeah, English actor. Yeah, he plays Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, okay. I just got a piece of DC news that's
well, yeah, it'll be the first time I've watched James Corden, so it should be good.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man, by the way, it's a little reminder. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie came out 2018, I think 2019.
Wait, Spider-Man what? Is it Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse.
It came out 2018.
Okay, so the sequel, which comes out next year sometime, is officially called Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. That's all we really know. But speaking of the Spider-Verse, we have a little thing happening. This episode, we're recording it on a Saturday. It'll be released on Sunday and Monday. Monday on YouTube and Sunday on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So the following Wednesday, you will get to hear the first episode of the comic book Burrito Into the Spider-Verse. We will be watching, it'll be 8 weeks, as you guys have probably heard from other episodes. We will start with Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, then The Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then Homecoming and Far From Home, and then boom, 2 days later, No Way Home. 8 more weeks, ladies and gentlemen, until No Way Home. And we'll be with you every week.
Yes, this is something. This is something I've been wanting to do since day one of Comic Book Burrito. Is just talk. I mean, purely just talk about the Raimi movies. And I guess the week after we do. What's the last one we'll be doing? Far From Home.
Yeah, which is perfect because it immediately sets up what's happening in No Way Home.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I guess the week after we will be doing No Way Home.
Yeah, and we will have a special guest hopefully on that episode.
Yeah. I got a few ideas in mind. Maybe some Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kevin Feige.
Oh,
yeah, we bring him up.
You said the Feige man. I was like, woo.
Yeah. Yes,
that's what we want here.
Maybe Amy Pascal.
The Feige we call Kevin. No one wants Amy Pascal. Let's get like Louis D'Esposito or whatever the guy's name is that works on this movie.
Let's get Avi Arad. Let's get Avi Arad on here. Ask him why did he do Raimi like that. But let's get Sam Raimi on here. Ask him his thoughts and if there's any chance Spider-Man 4 is in the future. Sure. So, anyways, I'm very excited to be doing this. Mm-hmm. So let's continue.
Yes. New reports indicate that Ms. Marvel will debut on Disney Plus around June or July. Now, this was said by the actor that plays Kamala's dad in the show, that it should be out around June or July. But he then came back and said it was just a guess. So that could be very unreliable. That's when he just guessed that. So
yeah,
I mean, I thought it was something to put out there. It still could be coming out soon. But I don't know if those movie delays that they did, which is the next thing we'll talk about, will affect the shows or not.
Yeah, they haven't really come forth with saying that, but I hope it comes out soon because I like to just see what the show's about, and I mean I'm kind of worried.
We're gonna have to watch it anyway, even if you don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
That's the worst part. But it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I don't like how they're changing Kamala a bit, but it's whatever.
Yeah,
sure. But speaking of delays.
Yeah.
Let's go more in depth in those movie delays you just mentioned.
Yeah, let me go get this screenshot real quick. So the unthinkable has happened, ladies and gentlemen. Spider-Man's been canceled. I'm just kidding. No, it hasn't.
Yeah, if that happened, there would be no more.
We have had some movie delays. All right.
Not so. I think some is an understatement almost.
True. Everything for the next few years, besides this year's stuff, has been delayed.
Mm-hmm.
All of them 3 months or 2. Doctor Strange 2 has been delayed. So Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was originally coming out March 25th, 2022, same month as the Batman. Now it is coming out May 5th, 2022, one day after May the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So that one struck me hard. I was like, oh, man, I'm going to wait 5 months to find out what happens to Spider-Man.
I know.
To the multiverse.
We all know. I mean, I think it's almost confirmed that Spider-Man will leave off on kind of a cliffhanger in a way.
Yeah, which will suck. We got to wait 5 months.
And Doctor Strange will conclude it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that too, because I was all like, oh, cool, we only got 3 months to wait, March, and we'll probably have a trailer by next month, and we'll just kind of see what the movie's about and just hold off.
Now, Kevin Feige said that this is due to a ripple effect. When one thing gets pushed back, everything gets pushed back. And I think Doctor Strange it's the first thing that got pushed back because they were doing reshoots, and I think they're trying to change some stuff. And so they got pushed back, and it pushed everything back. Next thing got pushed back was Thor: Love and Thunder. It was originally coming out May 6th, 2022. It is now coming out July 8th, 2022.
Yeah.
That was one. I mean,
I hate it. Oh my god, I hate it so much.
Here we go. Let's keep pushing on. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was originally set to come out July 8th, 2022, but has now been pushed to November 11th, 2022. Now, I find this is a good thing because this gives them more time to really get this movie right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? Doctor Strange or
no? Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2. Yes. Okay.
So I find that a good thing. Mm-hmm. This is the one thing that I don't find as well, and this is the one that got pushed back almost till August, sort of. The Marvels was originally set to come out November 11th, 2022, but is now coming out February 17th, 2023. That is a big pushback. 4 months, but Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is even longer.
No.
So it was originally set to come out February 17th, 2023. It is now coming out July 28th, 2023. It got pushed back 5 months.
Yeah.
And then there were three.
I really hate that. No,
there were 3 untitled Marvel projects that we don't know about after Ant-Man. One could assume Blade, Fantastic Four, and what's the movie? It was a rumored Nova movie, but maybe probably Deadpool 3 is one I would say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck, yeah. I got something. I got a little news for Deadpool 3 after this.
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. One was set for one untitled Marvel film was set for July 28th, 2023, but has since been removed from schedule. So there's no new release date for that. Another untitled Marvel film was set to come out October 6th, 2023. I could assume that would be Blade. It's been removed from schedule as well. And another untitled Marvel film that was set to come out November 10th, 2023 has been pushed back to November. Wait, huh? Okay, I think this must be a typo. This one got pushed back from November 10th, 2023 to this says November 3rd, 2023, which is not a pushback, it's a pull forward. I think that movie got pushed back to 2024. So yeah, I think I remember reading that. So one of those is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, by the way, but that movie did not get delayed. That is the one that didn't. So that's important.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it really does suck. Super excited.
Still excited. Really? We get the shows. I mean, we got Moon Knight next year. We got Moon Knight, She-Hulk. Speaking of Hulk, by the way, actually I'll say that in a minute. But we got Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Armor Wars possibly, but I think they just started filming, so I doubt it. Ironheart, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
We're just gonna have to wait longer.
And Miss Marvel.
Yeah. I honestly, the one I could care less about is the Marvels. Marvels being the only because
but I think this one's gonna be better.
Yeah, I hope so
because we get Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel, and hopefully we get to find out what's going on with Nick Fury in space.
Mm-hmm.
Because we still don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
That's the movie delays. I was going to talk about Eternals right now, but there's really not much to talk about. We found out that they are changing their origin from the comics. Now in the MCU, they're from a planet called Olympia. And they all get their powers from the same cosmic source.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing some of it, something might have to do with
the Celestials.
Yeah.
Well, the Celestials are the ones that created the Eternals and the Deviant.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm wondering. You think they made the change for a reason? Like, you think something's going to be like revealed, or?
I don't know. Well, in the comics, they're from the. Well, actually, no, they're not. I thought there's something about them being from the planet Titan.
Mm-hmm.
That might be why. But we did get a little piece of news, and this is kind of a spoiler in some places, but I don't see how it is. Harry Styles has been cast as Eros or Star Fox, the brother of Thanos in Eternals. That's official.
Oh, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. Star Fox, or Eros, Eros, his name is spelled. It could be said differently, but he's the brother of Thanos in the comic. That's official. He was at the red carpet, sort of like a Ben Kingsley type thing for fake Mandarin.
Yeah, it was like, was this thing ever rumored or no?
Yes.
Okay, so it was rumored, and then him being at the red carpet kind of just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool.
All right.
Oh crap! Well, sorry, I just got news right now that Hot Wheels just released the Batmobile toy. So
I literally have that.
I know.
I literally have the Hot Wheel. I found it. It's a dollar store or something. I was in there, and I found it, and I was like, oh. I was like, okay. So I have it. It's sitting over here on the shelf.
Why didn't you buy one for me? I mean, okay. I don't blame you. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
continue. Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four and the rumored Nova movie are reportedly both expected to begin production in 2023. I assume those two movies are the ones that got pushed back or removed from schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But 2023, it means the year 2024 is the year of the Four.
Yes, the Four.
And Nova. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more excited for Fantastic Four than Nova, but I'm excited for Nova too. Let's see here. Kind of skipping through that. There's really not much to talk about other than we've kind of already said all we could talk about Fantastic Four in previous episodes.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie has suggested that a sequel to Eternals may already be in development. She mentioned I think she kind of let it slip in a sentence she was talking about during the world premiere. She was like, I hope in the sequel that her and Kingo, which is another Kumail Nanjiani's character in the movie, she hopes that they become sparring partners. And that could be a push saying like, oh, she was just saying if there's a sequel, but she said it with certainty, like in the sequel, I hope we become sparring partners.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew a sequel was probably in the talks currently.
Yeah.
I mean, just purely because I know Marvel, Feige, the studio and everyone, they're kind of pushing for Eternals to be kind of like not the next Avengers, but another like big group like Guardians for us to follow.
Yeah,
like it's not like after Eternals we'll get like a solo movie of crap, man. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think of one of the characters' names on the spot, like Sprite or Druid or whatever. Drugs.
All right, well, that's what I'm calling him.
Or anything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll get Eternals too. Who the same we have Guardians.
I feel that I read that the Eternals are able to come together and like kind of combine their powers to create something called the Unimind, which is like this super strong force they can use to fight stuff. And apparently that's like one of the huge things about the team that makes them different from the Avengers.
So I mean that sounds cool. That sounds really cool. I'm excited. Very excited. And I'm a little worried to see the movie. I'm not. I'm sure it's gonna be good. There's a lot on my mind right now with the Batman, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. But this is you've made it clear, Darian, that this is the now. So we'll.
You were seeing this movie.
Yes,
2 more weeks.
I don't have a choice.
Like 1 week and 6 days.
Yes, I'm excited. Very excited.
Me too. Speaking of Eternals, you want to know what people are saying about it?
What like review wise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too bad. I thought you would just say no. I was just say too bad.
No, not really. I like to just go in.
No, too bad. The first critic reactions to Eternals are nearly all very positive, with many praising the movie's ambitious story, the performances, the visuals, and the film's uniqueness in the MCU. I read that the 2 post-credit scenes are shocking, way better than Shang-Chi's apparently, and that one person thought that the first one was like the big one. Like they saw it and they're like, it can't. That was like crazy. That must be the big one everyone was talking about. And he said the second one came around, that final post-credit scene, and he said it was equally as nuts. He said the theater was like roaring wildly. I'm like, what is going to happen in that? Like,
obviously, I think it got leaked or something, not with footage, but somebody like some
Spider-Man.
Someone was like mentioning, was talking about like they're like, the end credit scene, and they like said it or something. I haven't seen it, nor am I trying to look for it.
Be careful for spoilers on Twitter and like anywhere really. Spoilers for that credit scene. Some writer decided to come out and spoil everything, and I think Kevin Feige is dealing with them accordingly.
Yes.
The Marvel police, the Mickey Mouse police.
Execution.
Yes.
Execution. So we all know.
Also, speaking of Eternals, did you know that DC Comics now exists in the MCU?
Really?
In a recent promo for the Eternals, Phastos' son, which Phastos is the first LGBT hero we have in the MCU, I think. I think, right?
Can't think of I
can't think of any others. So yeah, her or him. Sorry. His son, I don't know his son's name, calls Icarus, looks at him and goes, "Hey, it's Superman. It's on TV with the cape and shooting lasers out of his eye." And Icarus goes, "I don't wear a cape." But he called him Superman. That could just be saying he's a Superman, or he could just be saying Superman. But I've read that people in the premiere heard that they mentioned Batman and Alfred Pennyworth in the movie.
What the heck?
Yes, not like actual people, but like the comic book characters.
Well, maybe he's calling him Batman. Like how I'm called Batman if I do something. Never mind. No, he means Batman. He means Batman.
Okay. So DC Comics exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They read DC Comics. I thought that was just pretty neat.
So Disney owns DC. So we're just gonna. That's the way we wish things were.
Okay, we gotta hurry. We got a lot more to talk about. All right, Evangeline Lilly has teased that Ant-Man 3 will be more connected to the MCU mythology than the first 2 films. She said the breadth of this film is just grander. So it'll be more connected than anything.
Yes.
Sounds awesome to me. It sounds like another big movie. I mean, Kang is the villain of the movie. So I remember hearing like for an Ant-Man movie, really, and I still think that, but like,
I don't care. I love the first Ant-Man movie. Hated the second one.
Hated it. Are you sure it was that bad?
I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I know the villains were a little mad, but like,
what's that in the villain?
It introduced us to Jimmy Woo.
I don't know, but I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, well, moving on.
Respect my decision.
Marvel Studios has put out a job listing. I said it wrong. For a certain position that can do 2D animation and anime-like style art. So Marvel Studios is moving into anime.
Spider-Man, the anime series, please. And thank you.
We don't know anything other than that, so I'll leave it at that.
Well, ain't Marvel's first time driving into anime, because I used to watch this anime show that had the Avengers in it and these kids. It was actually kind of good.
No anime is good. I'm sorry, you anime fans out there, but I don't like anime.
I'm not an anime fan, and I'm excited for that. If it's anything like Star Wars Visions, then it's going to be good.
I haven't seen that yet. I really want to. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff coming soon, and like you saw. Okay, this is technically comic book related, so we can talk about it. But you saw that Hayden Christensen's going to be in the Ahsoka series. I lost it when I heard that. I was like, oh my god. Live action Clone Wars.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be cool. I'm super excited of what they're doing. I mean it's crazy.
Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni just need to like own Star Wars.
I would love if Jon Favreau just started doing Star Wars forever now. I'll be happy.
Dave Filoni is like the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, basically. But I've not liked what they've been doing with the movies though. But I mean, the shows are fantastic.
Yeah,
honestly, I think that's where Star Wars should just go from now on. It's just be shows, but whatever.
Yeah. All right, but moving on to what we were actually talking about. It's been revealed that in the early to mid 2010s, Marvel Studios was quote interested in developing characters like Daredevil and Ghost Rider, whose on-screen rights had reverted back to Marvel, but were unable to do. Huh? Okay. I'm reading this off a screenshot and people like doing typos. So the Ghost Rider and Daredevil's on-screen rights had reverted back to Marvel, but were unable to use these characters due to Marvel's TV plans. So they wanted to use Ghost Rider and Daredevil and in the movies, but as Ghost Rider got put in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Daredevil got his own show on Netflix. So they couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess
now's your perfect time.
At least it worked out with Daredevil, at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic.
Ghost Rider wasn't bad.
Yeah, I never.
He didn't have a bike, but he had like a Mustang that like lit on fire, like the wheels did.
I know it wasn't Johnny Blaze. It was what's his name?
It's the other one.
Yeah, it's the newer Ghost Rider, which I don't really care for. If they were going to do Ghost Rider MCU, I would love them to do the one on like the horse and stuff, or do like the full white Ghost Rider. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like very early Ghost Rider. I would like for them to do that. I think that would look kind of cool. But it's kind of cool. It'd be kind of crazy to think of an MCU now with Daredevil and Ghost Rider being introduced in it at this time. You know?
Yeah, true.
But that's some crazy news to find out about.
Mm-hmm. So just want to also reminder, Disney Plus has now streaming the making of Marvel Studios Black Widow Assembled episode. You can find out how the movie was made. They had one previously for WandaVision, Falcon the Winter Soldier, and Loki. And now they're doing one for Black Widow. There's one going to be coming out for Shang-Chi and also one for What If. So, but the Black Widow one is out now.
Yes, go check those out.
Yeah. Okay. That's a couple pieces of news. A solo Hulk movie is in the works based off the World War Hulk comic run and is set to go into production next year. Thoughts?
I am very very excited for this. It's been more than 10 years since we've gotten a solo Hulk movie. So I am thrilled about this. You think this is going to be like a prequel?
No.
Cool. And it's going to take
place. It takes place after She-Hulk. It comes off of She-Hulk. I know that.
Oh, it takes place after. Okay, so he's going to go back into space again?
No. I think that something's going to happen to Hulk, and he's just going to like snap.
Okay. I was thinking this was going to be a prequel, and the whole movie's going to be about him being on that planet. And was it Gaspar? That's what it's called, right?
Shakar.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I thought that's what the whole movie. Okay, well, that's going to be awesome. So it's going. I'm going to be glad to see Mark Ruffalo in a solo Hulk movie. So I'm very, very excited. I'm surprised it took this long to do. I guess the rights of Universal and stuff.
Yeah, but I get if they can make a movie with Sony and Spider-Man, they can do it with Hulk. I mean, like.
Yeah, I don't see why. I guess because the first Hulk, not the first one, the Incredible Hulk was such a. I don't think it was a financial failure or anything, but it just wasn't really reviewed the best or that memorable. They just kind of.
Plus, the previous Hulk movie before that was Eric Bana's Hulk from 2000.
Yeah, even though I have a little soft spot for that movie, I don't think that movie beforehand with that still sour taste at the time, I don't think that helped at all.
No.
So, but it's been more. I mean, it's not even 20 years yet, but it's been like what 18, 17 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Since Ang Lee's Hulk's been out, that it's been more than 10 since what's his name? Edward Norton. Edward Norton.
I was thinking of the old
Hulk. So I think everybody's ready for a brand new Hulk movie because I know I am. So
yeah, they can do it right. We were just talking about the other week that I think they can do a good Hulk movie.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I'm all they're doing it. They heard us. They listen to this podcast. Kevin Feige listens to our podcast on the weekly.
Yes, that's why we're going to have him as a special guest.
Yeah. Kevin, if you're hearing this, DM us.
Yes, DM us.
We got a working title for Armor Wars. Ready for it?
Wait, is it not Armor Wars? Hold on.
No, the working title, though. I mean, they have a working title when they're going through it. Like the working title for what's the movie? Spider-Man was what do they call it? They called it something, but like the working title for Endgame was Annihilation.
Okay.
The working title for Armor Wars is Rigatoni, like the pasta.
What? Oh, rigatoni. Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotcha. I thought you were saying we were good, Tony, but you said rigatoni, like the pasta. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I have for that. I'm very excited for that. We also have a little bit more rumors are popping up that Justin Hammer is going to be in the show, working with Sharon Carter.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 show.
I mean, it shows
Justin Hammer.
I mean, it's a War Machine show. I mean,
I know.
How are you going to have a bad War Machine show?
In some ways, I wish we just had a movie. But, I mean, if a show is able to give us more War Machine than I could ask for, then I'm all aboard because I love War Machine. He's so cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Final piece of Marvel news because we're kind of going over time a little bit here. We're getting there at least. Kevin Feige has come out and said something. I'm not revealing, but it's still pretty interesting. He said he has admitted that he is as excited right now about the MCU's future as he was on day one of Iron Man. He said it's a testament to the characters and to the audience. He said there are big things to come, and he's very excited.
I'm excited too.
I thought that was a good way to end off this section. He's as excited as he was the day we started filming Iron Man. He was excited to do Avengers, excited to build up the story. So he's back to being as excited as that.
Yes, I'm excited to see what
would we be doing without Marvel? I feel like we wouldn't have this podcast.
Yeah,
we wouldn't make a podcast just about DC news because who wants to hear that?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about how good Zack Snyder is when he's not.
I mean,
whatever. He did make Watchmen though, so.
Okay, but moving on. That was the DC news. I brought you the news for your Marvel. Well, not Marvel. Sorry, that was Marvel news, not the DC.
Yeah, that was Marvel news.
DC. I was reading the word DC as I said that. We only have two pieces actually. I'll start off with this one because it's kind of sad for me. But we have a loss today, or not today. Actually, it was yesterday.
Wait. What do you mean a lot? Like someone died?
Not for you, but I mean it is a loss to the DC family. He played a semi-prominent character. Peter Scolari passed away at the age of 66. You guys may not know who he played. He played. Are you familiar with the character Commissioner Loeb in Batman?
No.
He was in Batman Arkham Origins. He was the guy that Black Mask put in that like gas tank at the beginning.
Yes. Okay.
Loeb, and he's the guy that takes over. Like he's like before Jim Gordon. Well, Peter Scolari played Commissioner Loeb in Gotham. And he has passed away at the age of 66. Not age of 66. Yeah, age of 66. That's right.
Wow, that's young. That's pretty young.
He has passed away due to COVID, I think.
Oh, really?
Let me look. No, sorry. No, he had a 2-year battle with cancer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he starred in the 1980 sitcom Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks. And he played.
Yeah, I'm looking on here. Look on here. He was in the Polar Express movie. Looks Like Kill. That Thing You Do. Perfect Harmony. Ticks.
This is most comic or genre fans probably know Scolari for his villainous turn as Commissioner Loeb in the first season of Gotham, the Batman origin story on Fox. Scolari's Loeb was the corrupt police commissioner of Gotham City when Jim was first coming into his own as a detective. By the beginning of the second season, Loeb was removed as commissioner thanks to the work of Jim Gordon. He was sort of like the villain of the season.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not too familiar with the guy, but I hated God. May he rest in peace.
Yep. And
peace. Yeah, and if y'all were a big fan of him, tell us favorite parts about him.
Yeah. Now let's get into the main news that we had for DC. Got some drama. Okay.
Yeah, very big drama.
And this has to do with Warner Brothers. We don't like those people anymore. Sorry, had to get a little angry there for a moment.
I mean, it's one of those, again, Warner Brothers takes a step forward with DC fandom and then 4 steps back.
Definitely. Let me tell you what's been going on. Ruby Rose, if you don't know, is the lady who played Batwoman on the CW before she quit. And, or she says she didn't quit, actually. But the character was then recast. Well, we never knew why she quit, but now we do. Let me go up here. All right. So I don't really know where to find a good thing for this. I don't want to read a not good version of it.
Yeah. This. I mean, it's kind of a bit here. Just do the thing I sent you with her story on Instagram.
All right. Well, she came out and said that she's going to let everyone know. She's calling it. She's not holding anything back. She's letting everybody know what happened, why she left the show. And dare I say, it is very crazy. I'm looking for it right now. One moment. Where is it?
It's pretty crazy. I want to say, I'm not surprised, honestly, because it's Warner Brothers.
I mean, yeah, I was
like, oh wow, because I remember as a rumor a while back that it was something else why she quit. That it's just she didn't want to get injured again or something. But I guess that was just kind of like the commercial statement. But yeah, you found the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, read it off.
This is good. Sorry. I have a better version than that. One moment. Here, you want to give your thoughts on Warner Brothers while I
what is there not to say? I don't obviously me and you, it's weird. I like Warner Brothers.
Sometimes.
At the same time.
All right, I found it.
Okay, cool. well, that was my talk.
All right. And also, Warner Brothers came in with a response to her allegations. I'll read that after. She said this. Ruby Rose put this out on her story on Instagram. The actress described her decision to tell the whole world what really happened on set, and the short is to ensure what happened to her never happens to another person again. She says, "Dear CW, Carolyn Dries, Sarah Schechter, and Greg Berlanti," who Carolyn Dries makes Batwoman, and Greg Berlanti oversees the CW verse. She said, "Enough is enough. I'm going to tell the whole world what really happened on set. I'll come for you so what happened to me never happens to another person again, so I can finally take my life back and the truth. Shame on you." The actress first discussed former Warner Bros. Television president Peter Roth, who announced his exit from the position in October 2020. Rose accused Roth of sexually harassing young women and hiring a private investigator against her, claiming that he fired said investigator when, quote, the report didn't fit his narrative. She said, "Peter Roth, you were up first. You were chapter one. Not sure if you left after getting promoted to the highest position because you just couldn't stop making young women steam your pants around your crotch while you were still wearing said pants, or if you left after putting a private investigator on me who you fired as soon as the report didn't fit your narrative. Either way, when it comes to you, there's always an army waiting for you." The former CW star followed with a recording of a consultation regarding a serious neck injury she sustained during a stunt on the set, which left her at risk of paralysis. Rose explained that she suffered from a broken rib, neck, and a tumor, but was told they, quote, wouldn't make their day if she got an x-ray, whatever that means. She said, "Cut to 3 weeks later after this video. It's worse than abnormal. This was diagnosed years ago on set, but if I got an x-ray, we wouldn't make our day. I have documented this for years. On top of that, I have enough documentation to make a 1-hour documentary. Pray tell, what else would you like me to share? The broken neck or the broken rib split in two and the tumor." Rose then posted a sensitive video of her surgery itself and revealed she had to go back only 10 days later or the whole crew and cast would be fired. Meanwhile, the actress claimed Roth told her he wouldn't recast and she had just lost the studio millions by getting injured, so it would be her who, quote, cost so many people their jobs. Rose went on to propose the studio could have simply instead taken half a day to rewrite her out for a few weeks to heal. She said, "To everyone who said I was too stiff on Batwoman, imagine going back to work 10 days after this. 10 days, or the whole crew and cast would be fired, and I'd let everyone down because Peter Roth said he wouldn't recast, and I just lost the studio millions by getting injured on his set. That I'd be the one who cost so many people their jobs, instead of spending half a day to rewrite me out for weeks to heal." Okay, I'm going to take a break for a second. Thoughts?
Okay.
Now, these people are hired by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
These are Warner Brothers execs.
Yes. I just want to point out real quick, and this is saying this is her side of the story of saying what happened, right? There are people out there that will say anything to get money or have some type of
that is true. That is true.
But I'm not claiming this is what she's doing. I'm just saying there are people out there who do that.
Well, according to Warner Brothers, that is what she's doing, but we'll find out.
Yes. But at the same time, you have these things called track records. And this from what happened with like Warner Brothers and the whole Justice League thing, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if this really did happen. Yeah. I hope everything. I just I hate that she had to go through all that. It does really. If it is true,
well, even more stuff's about to come up here in a second.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear more. And
are you ready here? Let's go through.
Yeah, let's continue.
The actress revealed she took a quote huge pay cut to play Batwoman as it was a passion project, sharing her excitement about participating in Comic-Con. However, the studio was unwilling to adjust the schedule for her attendance and told her she had to announce her absence herself. Rose went on to reveal she had to film a video explaining her absence or they would, quote, be silent and people would turn up to find out on the day I wasn't there. But even after agreeing to participate, the actor was asked to, quote, cover her scar because they don't want to see that scar on the video. She said, imagine taking a huge pay cut to play a passion project, being so excited about Comic-Con, and then being told they would not adjust the schedule so I could attend, but then saying, we won't announce it, you have to, and me putting my foot down and saying, why must I be the face of this? Only be told if I didn't do this video, they would be silent and people would turn up to find out on the day I wasn't there. I folded. I wanted to do what it took, but then being told, cover your scar. We don't want to see that scar on the video. And you wonder why I posted my surgery video. In a message to her dear, dear fans, the actress asked to stop asking if she will return to that awful show because she wouldn't for any reason. Rose stated that the studio ruined Kate Kane and they destroyed Batwoman, and she would have to sign her rights away if she wanted to return. She said, please, to my dear fans, stop asking if I will return to that awful show. I wouldn't return for any amount of money, nor if a gun were in my head. Nor did I quit. I did not quit. They ruined Kate Kane and they destroyed Batwoman. Not me. I followed orders, and if I wanted to stay, I was going to have to sign my rights away. Any threats, any bullying tactics, or blackmail will not make me stand down. The former star went on to tell a story of a crew member who suffered third-degree burns over his body, and yet the rest of the team was, quote, given no therapy after witnessing his skin fall off his face. Rose revealed they were then told to do an adult scene without a minute to process, having lost 2 stunt doubles, and herself suffered a cut in the face so close to her eye, in a stunt, she could have been blind. The actress shared details of further crew injury in which an assistant was left quadriplegic, paralyzed in all 4 limbs, which the studio blamed on her being on her phone, despite that being the focus of her job. The crew member in question received no help at first from the CW, as they had to, quote, investigate, leaving her forced to raise the money herself. Rose turned her attention to the beginning of the pandemic, in which showrunner Carolyn Dries wanted to finish the season throughout, which the actress told her was a bad idea. This followed the production shutdown of Riverdale, The Flash, and Supergirl on the same network. She said that, okay, let's see. Her quote was, Carolyn Dries has no heart and wanted us to finish the season throughout the pandemic, and I told her it was a bad idea. I told her everyone was too distracted, constantly checking COVID updates, checking on friends, and seeing Riverdale, The Flash, and Supergirl shut down already. I felt something bad would happen, and Carolyn Dries maybe visited the set 4 times in a year. Unheard of. But in those 4 to 5 visits, she decided she could tell me she knew my injury happened on set, so I should comply with the private investigator, yet later denied it entirely and said it happened during yoga. I don't do yoga, and now someone will never walk again. And she's talking about she was fighting people on set because of this COVID stuff. 2 members were hospitalized. Doug Ray Scott, one of her on-screen father on the show, would call her names and like all this stuff. This is the final thing.
It's so laughably crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate it happen. I really do. I would, hate anybody going through it, but it's just so laughably bad. It's like, what in the world? Like, what is going on?
This is even worse. Ready for this one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Final part. The actress described the passive-aggressive reaction she received after being late one time because she was in the hospital and was told to, quote, get a taxi while being unable to drive due to her injury. She concluded by sharing that aside from those mentioned, she was loved on set and she loved her crew. This is her final quote. I was late one time because I was in the hospital. Whatever these stupid leaks I'm finding out but it's Camus, who that is, who after I left the hospital said, yeah, well, maybe if people were not late, we would make our days. A kid, an egomaniac kid who worked 1 day a week, had the audacity, or the stunt department who were furious, even though I never blamed them. But I went on Fallon and spoke of my injury and didn't play the game. Aside from them, I was loved and I loved my crew. Oh, and they wouldn't drive me to work, and I knew I couldn't legally drive after surgery, so they said, get a taxi. And Warner Brothers came back after all that allegations. There's even more stuff, but I didn't read all of it. Warner Brothers came back. You want to know what they said?
Yes. Sorry, I was on mute because I don't want to make noise while you're reading all that. Yes, I love to know what they said.
Despite the revisionist history that Ruby Rose is now sharing online aimed at the producers, the cast and crew, the network, and the studio, the truth is that Warner Bros. Television had decided not to exercise its option to engage Ruby for Season 2 of Batwoman based on multiple complaints about workplace behavior that were extensively reviewed and handled privately out of respect for all concerned. And that was all they said.
Okay. Yeah. I think they kind of knew they screwed up. So yeah. That's kind of a weird response.
Yeah, because they're trying to cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all the DC news I got. We kind of spent a lot of time on that. I kind of want to move on to games so we can end this off.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Warner Brothers.
It's almost at this point. It's like, what is there even to say?
Right. And people are calling her like horrible, like a dictator on set, and like I don't know. I seen all that stuff she said. Like I don't know why she would make any of that up. I know that her injuries did happen.
Yeah, if she is making all this up, I mean, I hope she
Oh, Doug Ray
again,
Scott.
But I don't see a reason why she would make it all up. So
the guy that played her on-screen dad, that I said would call her names and stuff.
Mm.
And he'd yell at everybody. And she sent out a thing for a no yelling policy on the set, and it was denied.
It was denied. Yeah. Oh my god! It's I don't mean to lie, because again, this is awful things, but it's just so laughably bad. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You can't help but just laugh. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Doug Ray Scott, the guy that played her father on set, abused women on the set. He hurt a female stunt double. He yelled like a little female dog, this says, at women, and was a nightmare, Rose wrote. He left when he wanted and arrived when he wanted. He abused women, and in turn, as lead of a show, I sent an email asking for no yelling policy. They declined. And Scott, Doug Ray Scott, her on-screen dad, responded with a statement of his own. I absolutely and completely refute the defamatory and damaging claims made against me by Ruby Rose. They are entirely made up and never happened, he said. As Warner Bros. Television has stated, they decided not to exercise the option to engage Ruby for season 2 based on multiple complaints about her workplace behavior. That was all he said.
Huh, interesting.
He literally said the exact same thing that Warner Bros. said.
It's kind of weird.
They're covering up. Warner Bros. Told him to say that.
Yeah. Warner Bros. Told him to say that. I mean, that's a possibility. That's crazy, though. I mean, that's insane. And yep. we will be following this story. We will see what happens.
Something happens. She should put him in a lawsuit. Here we go. Let's go into games. Move out of this crazy stuff. First off, I'll talk to you about the Avengers Marketplace. We got a spooky marketplace today. All right.
Don't say that again.
I was trying to mimic WandaVision when he was like, you have a spooky time tonight.
Okay.
I was trying to mimic that, but it didn't work.
Very spooky marketplace.
Okay, first, all right. So this is your marketplace for the next 4 days. Captain America Cap Wolf outfit for $1,400, based off the comic where Steve Rogers becomes a werewolf, I think.
Yes.
The in-game Thor outfit now with Mjolnir for $1,400.
I know they secretly updated it.
Yeah, I like that. Made me want to get it even more.
Yes.
The Supernatural Iron Man for $700. The Flashback Bundle Iron Man and Kate Bishop for $1,450. Flashback Bundle Black Panther for $725. And Flashback Bundle Hawkeye for $725. Supernatural Thor $700, which looks pretty good, I gotta say. Supernatural Black Panther $700. Black Panther Shadow Physics outfit for $700. The Supernatural Kate Bishop for $700. Supernatural Black Widow for $700, and a free Supernatural Avengers nameplate.
Yes. There's also, I don't know why it was on the front, but there are also Supernatural Hulk, Miss Marvel, and I believe, I don't know if there is one for Hawkeye, but
I don't know.
I know that Hulk and Miss Marvel weren't on the front page.
Yeah.
I haven't bought it myself, but I do recommend the Cap Wolf skin. A lot of detail went to that outfit, including lip sync, which I was really surprised by. Like, you watch cutscenes with the Cap Wolf skin, the mouth moves just perfectly with the voices, and they've changed everything almost ground up with that suit. The shields. The shield has a different pattern on it, so I'm impressed. That's what a $15. I still think that's kind of outrageous. I think it should be like $10 to $12, but whatever.
Yeah.
But that's, if you're going to be charging $50 for a suit, that's what we want. We want ground up changes, and that proved it right there. So it's a great week. It's a great week for Marketplace. So what's your thoughts on it?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Anything you don't like?
The Black Widow, Supernatural Black Widow outfit.
Yes. I'm announcing right now, I have gotten off my boycott of Marvel's Avengers because it's a great week. They do have the consumables. They still have the consumables, but it is not front and center in the marketplace. And I'm hoping that was a step in the right direction for them, saying like, okay, we'll take on the marketplace. I'm hoping the numbers go up of them being off there, and then they'll be like, okay, we're taking these off. Unfortunately, someone like Darian here bought one with his leftover credits, so that sent a message to them. So we gotta fight against that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cancel me.
I will cancel you. This will be the Landon Burrito now.
Here we go. I got some Marvel's Avengers leaks.
Yes, I got some development of this as well. So
this person said throwaway account. If anyone wants to verify this following, here you go. Some info regarding the future of the game. Limited to no info on the development side of gear, loot, QOL, and quality of life. And mostly combat and content. Most of these are from outlines and could be ways off in the future. Spider-Man development has pretty much been finished already. We should be getting him soon. Very soon. Plan is to add 3 heroes in the first 9 months of 2022 and 1 more right before 2023. So 4 heroes next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 hero every 3 months. That's about what they've been doing, sort of.
I wish they would maybe shorten it, but it's okay.
I guess it takes a while to do it.
I mean, I know it takes a lot for a hero and maybe like a world to build up, but if they can have some okay content in the middle, I'll be okay with it. Like something to hold us off, I'll be okay.
Yeah,
that's the goal for next year. That's the goal for next year. Marvel's Avengers.
She-Hulk is the first expansion of 2022. Around the same length as the Future Imperfect DLC in terms of campaign. There'll be a new villain sector, new campaign missions, new patrol. New in-game activity with a playlist. Has 2 locations at launch. Plan is to add more to it in each following expansion. Locations are its own thing. They are not locations with question marks on the map. It is a direct activity you start in and play. With this mode, the team is trying to move away from too many of the activities taking place in the main locations with lots of time travel.
Okay.
I don't really know what that means. New hero, She-Hulk. Here we go. You can do interesting things with the hero, such as dragging opponents by their heads along the ground. The further, the bigger the effects and create forward shockwaves. She also has a mechanic in which she can hold an opponent in place like Black Panther's pounce, but in a different way. When the opponent is pinned, she can light attack in which she slams her opponent with her fists, or do the heavy attack, which launches her into the sky for a slam down, plus AoE damage. The further the distance in the air, the more damage the slam down. Open maps with no roofs are best for this move. This move is very identical to the move you see Hulk perform against Thor in the Ragnarok movie. When he jumps in the air and slam down.
Mm-hmm.
The next 2 expansions, Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel, are by far the biggest additions yet to the game in sheer size. Winter Soldier will be the second expansion. Double the size of the War for Wakanda DLC in terms of campaign length. Very Bucky and Steve versus Hydra-centric story with a little bit of Civil War stuff going on. Main threat is Hydra, however, which is cool. I like getting a new faction in there.
Yes.
Around a third of the expansion takes place in the past, before Steve got frozen. The other part takes place in the present. World War II. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So we'll probably get a classic Bucky outfit, World War II. Awesome. And I guess with Hydra, new enemy types?
Yeah, I would think so. I think it might say right here. New campaign missions, new enemy types. Yeah. The second raid set in a Hydra hideout. 1 more location added to the playlist introduced in the She-Hulk DLC, and 2 new villain sectors. Major spoilers right here for this. Do not read do not listen if you want to get spoiled. One of the villain sectors is against Tony Stark, which could imply they're doing the Civil War storyline.
They're doing Civil War,
but he's one of the villains of this Bucky or the Winter Soldier thing. I could assume it's something to do with Winter Soldier, and that tears Iron Man and Cap apart.
I wonder if the other villain sector is Captain America.
You would be playing as Captain America or Bucky.
Oh yeah. What the heck? Okay. Okay.
So it's gonna be Bucky versus Iron Man.
That's gonna be interesting. I wonder how they're gonna do a Civil War storyline in a game where people can
play as weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you do the whole storyline, and then right after me, you have a match. I play as Iron Man, you play as Winter Soldier or Cap, and it's like, okay, I guess we're friends now.
Let me continue so we don't run out of time. A Hydra base, players can re-roll gear stats and perks in this area with a currency which will be added to most in-game activities. New hero, Winter Soldier, expected to be a fan favorite, and he'd probably be my main once I go. I'm a main Captain America right now. What do you main Hulk or Thor?
I'm starting to main Captain America right now, but it was previously Iron Man.
He's like Captain America's like great. It's just like so fun.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Yeah, but anyway, he's expected to be a fan favorite, and due to some new mechanics with his arm, very strong against big, unflinching enemy types. That's all we know about him. Okay. Captain Marvel is the third expansion in 2022. Outlined to be the biggest expansion yet. Kree invasion will take place. The Kree storyline, however, will not completely conclude. It'll take place mostly on Earth, but also has some stuff in space. The characters who will be featured the most in the expansion are Carol Danvers, Mar-Vell, Thor, and Kamala. New enemy types, new base in space. New faction. Third raid to take place inside a Kree spaceship. A new patrol. A new location outlined to be added to the in-game playlist introduced in the She-Hulk expansion. A new hero, Captain Marvel. Still early in development, she's going to have multiple types of overcharges you can swap to mid-combat with different effects. Combat changes in the future. So we're going to learn some stuff real quick. The base champion system is going to get tweaked in some numbers and expanded to feel more personal to each hero. Example, Black Panther is going to have a tree which he can upgrade his intrinsic meter to get a higher maximum regeneration cap. Perfection system, an additional way to progress your hero with new skills. Only way to obtain is through an unannounced difficulty in raids, not at launch of the Wakanda raid or anytime soon in 2021. Plan is for each new raid to introduce a new perfection skill tree for each hero. Each perfection skill tree contains 4 skills. Beating the final raid encounter on the difficulty opens up the raid's perfection skill tree for that hero to allow that hero to get one of the 4 skills in each following time against the raid encounter. Each of those 4 skills can also be upgraded to level 5 by farming the raid. Each raid encounter drops a small amount of the currency needed to level perfection skills up to level 5. Some examples, these could be changed. Black Panther's planned perfection skill for the Wakanda raid is kinetic perfection. This move will launch him high up in the air with a kinetic burst if he holds the jump button and the intrinsic button when on the ground. Each level upgrade reduces the cost of using the move. Same with the other skills. Last page. This will allow him to use a horizontal kinetic burst when in the air to dodge attacks. This will allow him skill 2. Skill 3, this will allow him to use the kinetic burst while perched. And skill 4, this will allow him to do the move when in the air to go even more vertical. There's 2 other examples, and these are good ones. Captain America gets Mjolnir perfection. Gains an overcharge. When overcharged, he gets access to 4 new skills in which he uses Mjolnir. One of them is summoning lightning when in midair. Another one is slamming Mjolnir against his shield. Thor gets Stormbreaker perfection. One of the moves will allow him to throw Mjolnir and Stormbreaker one after another when it's flashing. Another one allows Thor to do another massive AoE attack with Stormbreaker after the Storm Striker skill. And that's all the leaks.
That's pretty cool. I like the idea of that.
I think out of all of that, I'm more excited for. I'm excited for the Captain Marvel thing, honestly, because I want to see that story play out.
Yeah.
But
we'll probably main her. I mean, if she's good enough, I'll probably main her.
Winter Soldier, though, we get someone with guns besides. Oh man.
Yeah, I would like to see new weapons with Winter Soldier. I'd like to see maybe a sniper rifle.
Yeah, sniper knives and pistols. We're not pistols. We already have pistols. Machine gun. Machine gun.
Mm-hmm. Like an AK, a sniper, maybe like an RPG or something like that. Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool.
I think War Machine would be a good one to add. We still have another hero next year besides those 3. We just don't know who it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is War Machine.
Yeah, but that was the leaks.
All that sounds good. Sounds like a great idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot. Honestly, a lot to take in all at once. But it is very good. The episode
has been a lot to take in.
Yes. Abuse on set, and Marvel's Avengers is getting possibly
Marvel
good.
Avengers getting better? Question mark.
What?
Honestly, after I edit this episode and do stuff, I might hop on some Avengers because I need it.
I'll probably check out the marketplace, maybe get some credits real quick.
Me and you have to play. Okay. We gotta play.
Yeah, we'll play. Speaking of Avengers, I
was also going to say speaking of play.
Speaking of play, I just want to give a quick thing that was on the Avengers blog, and that was development updates, and this is what they said.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing. We're eager to start the information rollout for the rest of the community this year, but we'd also like to celebrate Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy coming on October 26th.
Yay!
So we're keeping the landing platform clear for now. With that in mind, keep your eyes peeled come early November when we discuss the next update. So they're going to be kind of quiet for a bit for next week. And by the way, next week, I don't know. You think we'll have time for a Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy review or not?
Oh, I didn't think about that. We can talk about it in the game section.
Yeah. Okay. Well. If we do beat it at that time, it'll probably. Have to
it will probably not be beat. I mean, it might be. I'll get to play it. Okay. Let's see. I have it pre-ordered from GameStop. I'm getting a physical disc copy. So
yes, I am too.
Yeah.
Because you'll get to play it way before me.
It comes out Tuesday. Tuesday. So I probably won't be able to get it until Friday, possibly.
Wait, why can't you get it?
Because it's being shipped to a different house than the one I'm normally staying at.
Oh, you're getting it shipped to you. I'm just going to pick it up.
I think it's getting shipped here. Maybe it's getting shipped. I don't think it's getting picked up. Then again, it might be. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't really. Okay. I'm not the one that pre-ordered it.
Okay. Well, anyways, so it is going to be quiet for Avengers time a bit. I still hope we get some
early November. I think we'll get some Spider-Man news.
Yes. But I do want to point out there is a state of play next week on October 28th.
True.
Maybe I would like them to be there and maybe show off a little something and then say, hey, November, we got more to show. But we'll wait. I'm waiting for another big war table event to happen, but we'll just wait. We'll wait and see. I think it would be a great opportunity for Marvel's Avengers to do that, kind of win some people back. Okay, but we will find out.
Yeah.
But go on with what you were going to say earlier.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, you're like, we're not talking about the same thing. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say that Guardians comes out Tuesday, but we already talked about that.
Yeah, and we will be playing it. I just put it mine today. Can't wait to put on my classic Star-Lord skin.
Did you hear about all the music that's going to be in that game?
Yes, I actually just read it to my dad. My dad got super excited.
Never Going to Give You Up by Rick Astley. It was number one on the list that I read. I was like, what?
I will be playing that on loop. I saw there is gameplay actually out for it right now. So if you're still kind of off, there's gameplay out from a guy who got an early copy. So watch gameplay and see what you think.
Can I say that I am excited, but I'm also kind of on the fence because I think it's going to be a fun game, but I think it's just going to be crazy.
What do you mean crazy?
I feel like the story is going to be very crazy. I have no idea what the game's about. I'll be honest. I don't.
Story. I have no idea what's going on. It feels like this is what the Guardians are doing today. I have Warlocks in it, Nova Corps.
This is made by the same people that made Avengers, right?
It's the same company, Square Enix and stuff, but I believe it's different developers.
Why isn't it in the same universe?
They claim it's not, but I think
there's literally a Kree sentry head floating in space that looks exactly like the ones in the Avengers game.
I know, but maybe at the very end you see Captain America or something.
That'd be awesome.
And I don't believe, don't ever expect a crossover of these two because a developer confirmed that the two engines are just so different from each other that it would be super hard to port them over. But I don't know how it works. That's
all I got to talk about for games.
Mm-hmm. It would be cool though if we get a Captain Marvel update, we get to go to space and we get to talk to the Guardians or something. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
And maybe their spaceship could be a station you can be at, an outpost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all the Avengers news I got. You got any other news?
I don't.
Okay. Well, only thing gaming I gotta say is everybody buy Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's $15 right now on the PS Store.
I did. I looked at that yesterday.
I bought it.
No.
I bought a $25 PlayStation card, planning on buying the Captain America skin. But I saw that on there. I was like, never mind. I'm buying Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And that's what I did. I bought that and Catherine and full body. So I had a blast. But that's all. That's all we got.
Well, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. We brought you the news, and with that, we conclude the show. So thank you all for listening tonight or today, whenever you're listening. We're recording this tonight. If you had any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact us on me, or at least me right now, on Instagram at DarianH4404. That's DARIENH 4404, or on the Facebook group, the Comic Book Burrito official page. Very interactive. That's where our polls are going to be for the bracket. They'll also be on Instagram and Twitter probably, but mostly Facebook is where you need to go. That's the big. But what about you? What you, Landon? What you got?
You can contact me Spider_Landon on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And you can also subscribe or follow our Instagram account at the Comic Book Burrito. But me and Darian both recommend Facebook. Better interaction, better everything.
Like I said, this upcoming Wednesday, we got the first episode 1 of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
And what movie will we be doing?
Spider-Man
2002.
Yes, Tobey Maguire. Very exciting. Excited to do it. Get a new intro and outro for it. How we do. So Extra Beef is taking an 8-week long break, or maybe 9 weeks technically. No, actually. Okay, I'll talk to you about this afterwards. We'll figure it out. But we got a decent hiatus for Extra Beef. It is now turned into the Spider-Verse.
We got some good stuff for Extra Beef. In fact, we got some story. At least I have a story to tell on Extra Beef.
Oh, yeah, so, that's true. That's true. Not Extra Beef, Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, Into the Spider-Verse. So watch the episode to find out. Watch the first episode to find out.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool story. I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Good episode. A lot of news.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of sad news on the DC side, anyways.
And a little bit Marvel.
But maybe next week we will rise and shine. But
who knows? All right.
That's all I'll say.
Yep. So thank you all so much for listening, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Excelsior!